Morning all, tcDetects back out again, and we're on this field behind me, which has been lightly cultivated. I think the stubble has been tilled in, so should be a little bit better to go on than some of the really high stubble we've had recently. This morning we will be out with the white Spectra V3i and swapping in and out with the Atrex as well. My first hunt with the V3i, only had it in the garden and played with the settings. I'll mention the settings as we go through, but it's got the most extensive settings menu and options that I have ever seen in my life. I'm sure I won't use all of them. Certainly I'll be running it in the factory setting to start with, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what one of the original simultaneous and multi-frequency machines has to offer. Right, without further ado, let's crack on, see what we find. Thanks for watching. Let's go get the goodies. See on the screen we have Lights logo, and then we have the screen. It's quite different to anything else. See if I can show you what I mean about the simultaneous multi-frequency. See, it shows 3 lines at once. That's each of the frequencies, which, if memory serves, are 2.5 kilohertz, 7.5 kilohertz, and 22.5 kilohertz. It's something like that. Within that range, you've got a very low, a medium, and a high running all at once. So one of the decent things with the V3i when it comes to signals, iron and things, I'm not sure if you can see on the bottom here, but it's got a minus 95 to positive 95 range, a bit like the Atrex when you run it in minus 90 to plus 90. So everything lower than 0 is iron and things like that. So if I run something over iron, I'll get, you can see here I get the audio, but I don't get any VDI because it's discriminated out. Or you can see on the bottom there, the red section here is discriminating out iron targets from a VDI point of view. I'm aware that it's there. The other bit, if you go into, it's got a pinpoint mode, see it on that, but also it's got a third mode, which is a different analysis mode of the signal. You can see on there, it shows you the minus VDI number and the awful line. Also the size is right. Also in the top corner, or sorry, on the top, you'll see a little icon that says it's a horseshoe, and it is indeed a bit of a horseshoe. Very, very interesting machine. Next up in the positive range is just here. Sort of range, shows a ring or a ring pull. Let's see. This thing, which is a piece of lead by the look of it. Yep, a bit of rolled up lead. Well, there's no fault in the V3i's ability to find small things. Breaks its button virginity. And next up is another button. The first interesting button for the V3i. It's a livery button, raw fusiliers, that the exploding bomby one. Had quite a few off here, must be in double figures easy off this field. And next signal I just flicked out from here, it's about mid 40s, decent. I think it's just there Let me show you on the screen what we see when we do that. 48, 49, 50, showing us a wrinkle or a ring. Now, don't forget this is American settings, so probably different from their coins. But if I flick it into the analyze mode, show you what it does in terms of showing you the size of the item. That bit there estimates what it thinks is the size of the item under the coil. Cheating a little bit because I know when you see it, but it looks like it's the first coin for the V3i. Coppery one, so I'm guessing Georgian or Victorian. Yep, looks like a half a penny of some description. I see the mark, it's a bit, yes, a Victoria, a young Victoria. Looks like a young Victoria half penny. Right, I moved on to the Atrex, had a couple of hours with the V3i. Decent machine, loads to learn. I love the display, I love the menu settings. Need to work out slightly better audio for my ears, and the weight, as you'd expect from a 12-13 year old detector, is a little bit on the heavy side, so I was using the bungee swing by the end of it. But now, out with the Atrex, first decent signal, flicks it out, 70 something, see what it is. And it looks like it's in the sidewall here, given the shape of it that I can just about see. Looks like a button or a coin, looks like a coin, looks like a pre-decimal penny. It is very battered, quite thin actually for a pre-decimal penny, maybe I'm wrong, but very battered whatever the coin is. And next up for the Atrex is a rather large buckle. Don't think it's that old, it's about 4 inches down, around early hundreds, 101, 102. Next up is interesting, we're reading about mid-80s, not too deep, only a couple of inches, but it has the right shape for a brooch. It feels too heavy for a brooch, despite the shape of it. Anybody, any alternatives for what that shape could be? Not Roman? Any thoughts? Please put it in the comments. So there are two prominent pieces of land on this massive field. I'm standing on one of them. Must be about, I'm going to say 10-20 feet higher than the surrounding. The other one is over there. Hopefully you can see it. Over there. I'm going to walk between them just to see if anybody else would do that. And first button up for the Atrex this afternoon is a much smaller version of the livery button we had with the V3i this morning. It's a exploding bomb one. Is that the Fusiliers? Get my livery buttons mixed up. I think it is. Anyway, it's one of those, but much smaller than the one this morning. Right, next decent signal is down here. A bit of an echoey one, but 102, 103, good line. Let's see if we can find this one. So we do it live with that stick. In there somewhere, I think. A lot clearer now, somewhere in here. In this corner. Down here. Yep, there we go. Oh, not sure if you can see that. Is that in the frame? So what it looks like we've got is some silver. Can see a monarch on it. It's not great condition. Might be George III. Silver, thin. Very early milled or very late hammered. Not sure. But yep, silver for the Atrex. Just when I was about to head off the field as well. Nice. And the coin cleaned up very nicely. A William III sixpence in decent condition for a change. And next up is, I don't know, I thought it was a piece of scrap to start with. Then I want to sort of the shape of it. It's got a sort of flattened end. Is this some form of, I don't know, chisel or something? Some edge to it by the look of it. Help if there you go, if it would focus. Yep, heading back to the car, and we have another buckle in the, was it late 70s or late 80s range? Not particularly old.